This video is sponsored by the Shortbox app. It's the easiest and safest way to buy and sell graded comic books online. There's a link in the description below to download the app for both Apple and Android users. Download the app and start shopping and selling today. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Hoarder. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. I've got a mystery unboxing, a 2-year-old mystery to be exact. 2 years ago, right before COVID hit, a fan of the channel offered to send me some comic books. And of course, I was reluctant, said, "You definitely don't have to do that." He insisted, and he wanted to send me some comic books. Well, COVID hit, and I didn't hear anything from this fan. Just the other week, he messaged me and said, "Hey, I still have those comic books that I want to send you. They're packaged up and ready to go. Is it okay if I still send them? Is your address still the same?" I said, "Yeah, sure." Once again, you don't have to do that. I'm honored, I'm blessed, and he sent them anyways. So this is a 2-year-old mystery. I wonder what's in this box. And I also have a really great hot speculation book. It's really more of just a hot book right now that I'll show at the very end that I got recently. Had a huge score at an antique shop. Hopefully you guys are excited for this video. Here we go. Right in the beginning of the video, I talked about this 2-year-old package from a fan of the channel, and I use that term facetiously because honestly, I was called a fan of the channel a fan of a channel a couple years ago, and I kind of took offense to that because we're in the comic book community together. There's none of us that are superior to others. If you've got one sub, if you've got 100,000, everyone's welcome. Everyone's a peer here. This is a community, and there's no hierarchy in the community. There's no leaders. Some people are called pillars of the community, which is fine. They just contribute more, or they're just I guess they have more subs or whatever, but nobody is superior to anyone else, and enough to be called to be calling people fans of the channel. Of course, people are fans of channels, but I will always call people peers. So someone from the community sent me this package, and so I'm very, very grateful. We actually used to do a ton of AOKs, which is act of kindness, or AAOKs, which is awesome act of kindness in the community, where you would put together a package for someone and send them some books, send them a gift, send them something nice to open up. We all love opening up packages. And then at the beginning, it was kind of expected. If you got a package, you would send that person back an AOK as well. It was also nice to, if you got a package, then to put something together and send it on to someone. So passing it forward to someone else was always great as well. The member of the community that sent me this package, his name is Tristan, and he was one of the OGs of the comic book community back in like 2016, 2017. He actually was very, very young. He was a young collector at that time, and he did a lot of uploads back then under the channel, The Comic Book Collector 87. And he, like I said, he was very young, and as we all do, we kind of maybe age out of our hobby. So he stopped doing uploads, but then I got a message from him in 2020 saying that he had some books for me that he thought I would like. And so I was like, well, if you're going to send me something, that sounds fine to me. Didn't hear from him for 2 years, which is completely fine because the whole world got turned upside down during COVID. It was a very weird time. So I've got the package here. Packaged like a boss. Look at this packaging. I mean, it's incredible. Why I say they look old is you can see some chipping right there. Do you see that chipping? Love me some chipping. And I'm not being facetious on that. Old books with character are fantastic. They're so good. Like vintage guitars, I love character wear. I love, it just tells a story. It tells the history of the guitar, the instrument. Same with comic books. If there's a fold, if there's a crease, it just tells of the history of the comic book. All right. We've gotten into the package. There's 4 comic books here. Thank you so much, Tristan. That's very, very generous of you. I don't really know where to start, so I may actually just mix them up. Do a little shuffle. And we'll just start right there. Okay, the first book up. We'll see it together. Oh, little Mowgli. Little Dell, nice painted cover. That's really, really nice. So I'm not sure who the cover artist on this is, but it kind of reminds me of like Norm Saunders. So that's really cool. Definitely nice golden age, great painted covers. Some really good painted covers are Lone Ranger. I think Lone Ranger has some really good painted covers. So you can get some nice golden age stuff with nice painted covers, and it's fantastic. Love this. Thank you so much for the gift. Next book up. Ooh, it's like an ash can. What is this? From 1944, Bell Serviceman with Uncle Sam on it. That is fantastic. Really cool. April 15th, 1944. That is really cool. So it's an aircraft division. He's growing some planes in the garden there. We may crack that one open in a little bit. All right, next one up. There's a full-size book again. Oh, a nice Tarzan book. Very nice. Love the jungle stuff. This is so cool. And that's a great looking cover. Once again, another painted cover. We've got Tarzan there with all those chimpanzees. Really cool book. That's awesome. Like that a lot. Okay, last one up. Here we go. We're going to see it together. Another Tarzan. Oh, photo cover. Very cool. Okay. I was thinking about this recently. There's a ton of photo covers that I think people just pass up. When are we going to start valuing or going after photo covers? Because we go after like the good girl art of the golden age. We go after so many different things. When are we going to start going after the photo covers? Are there any photo covers that we go after? I know there's some Jack Kirby and stuff like that we go after, or there is a Black Mask, I believe, or Black Rider with Stan Lee as the Black Rider. And so I think we go after those ones. So here's this one again, Bell Serviceman. Okay, we got some fancy lady going on here. Very cool. This is from 1944. Better be careful with this. Nice. Nice diagram of the plane. Got a cannon on it. Very, very cool. Gun sight, cannon, everything. All right. This is awesome. Thank you so much for the gift. And now we're going to talk about the book that I got. This is an investment book. So instead of calling it a speculation book or a hot book, we're going to call it an investment book. This is fantastic for number 66. I was in an antique shop recently, found this for $40, and it's in pretty decent condition, probably 4.0 condition. And this is the origin of him who becomes Adam Warlock. Really cool story in this. You meet this character named Hamilton, and I don't know if this is his first appearance or what, but he's part of this group called the Enclave. He captures or borrows Alicia Masters. Haven't really figured that out yet. Borrows her and asks her to recreate one of their faces using clay. So she's an artist. She can recreate the faces using clay. So how is this the origin of him? Well, the Enclave wanted to make a being, a superpowered being, and which ends up being Adam Warlock, but they couldn't see him because he used a radiant beam of light, or just radiated so much light that they couldn't see him. And then he was locked up in a place called Lock 41 in their laboratory or whatever. So he's locked away in Lock 41. And so they needed Alicia Masters to come in and recreate him using clay, because she could go in the room because she was blind. She wasn't affected by the light. That's why this is the origin of him. They created him. He locked himself in a room. You don't see him or anything like that. Nobody sees him yet. I think in the next issue, you'll see the cocoon or you'll see him. But either way, this is a very, very cool book. We'll talk about prices on that right now. What's this book going for? All right, to look up some prices, I was just going to go straight to the Shortbox app, and it looks like there's some pretty good deals. 6.0s for about $300-ish. 4.0s in that $200 range. That nice 3.5 for $125. This book right here, I think, is the steal of the app. 9.0 for $1,100. I think that's pretty decent. I think on eBay it's $1,300 for a 9.0. So that looks pretty decent. Now, of course, just because I think that that's a good deal doesn't necessarily mean that you should go run out and buy it. But if you're in the market for a nice high grade, you may want to throw an offer to that seller and see what you can get that book for. And let me know down in the comments if you think that's a good deal or not. Also, if you're in the market for him or Adam Warlock books, definitely check out Fantastic Four number 67, also Thor 165, and then Adam Warlock number 1 or Warlock number 1. Great books to pick up if you're in the market for Adam Warlock. This may not be the right time to buy it, but then again, we haven't seen a trailer, so those books could definitely go up further in value. They're definitely longer holds right now, as he will be introduced later in, I believe, phase 5. I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, would love to invite you to hit that subscription button, hit that bell to be notified when there's future videos. Also comment down below. And as always, you guys, please hit that thumbs up. It really lets me know that you support the video. And also, the more thumbs up we get, it puts this video onto the screens of people who are not currently watching the channel. So thank you guys so much in advance for doing that. And I'll talk to you all on the next one. See ya. Bye.